making mistakes is a sign that you are trying something you've never tried before, which is kudos to you, and you should give yourself a pat on the back, because you could choose to be intimidated by the fact that, oh, this is new, I've never done it before, but you actually took up the task and said, you know what, I would try it. To, think of a design in your head and actually make it and see it and then wear it. Oh my god, it's such a priceless moment. If I were to start sewing from scratch, knowing what I know now, these are the 6 things that I would do to make the whole process more fun and less scary. This video was inspired by a conversation I had with someone recently who asked, I want to get into sewing, but I don't know what to do first. I don't know what to buy first. So if you're like that lady, then this video is for you. But if this is your first time seeing me, hi, my name is Priscilla. I'm a Nigerian women's wear designer based in the UK, and I am here on YouTube teaching, sharing everything about fashion, design, pattern making, and the reality of running a fashion business in today's economic climate. If you'd like to find out what these 6 things are, make sure to keep on watching. If you're someone who is familiar with sewing, or there are any tips that really helped you get more comfortable using your machine to sew and creating garments, either for yourself or for other people, as a hobby or as a business, leave a comment down below so someone watching this video would actually find that comment useful. With that out of the way, let's jump straight into the video. Something I know a lot of people fall for is the belief that they need to buy everything before they get into something. So whether this is sewing, whether this is photography, videography, they feel like they need to get the most expensive gadget, the most expensive equipment, the most expensive machine to actually get started. But I genuinely believe that you should start with the basics. So a simple domestic tabletop machine, if it's machine sewing you want to get into, some thread, scissors for cutting your fabric, and then a separate scissors for cutting your paper if you're going to be using sewing patterns, and then hand needle in case you need to sew a button. Just a few simple things to get you started. Then as you broaden your vocabulary of garment making, you can now go ahead and buy maybe different type of needles for different type of fabrics or different type of threads. You can now decide to invest in an overlocker or a serger. But I genuinely believe that starting out, that machine, a couple of threads, scissors to cut, needle, and then if you're someone who's going to be like hand sewing a lot, the thimble that goes over your finger to protect your finger, some pins, measuring tape, and get started. So you've invested in the machine, you have your tools, you have your thread, you have a little bit of fabric, maybe a sewing pattern here and there. And I would say the next thing to definitely do is to practice setting up that machine. There are a few videos online showing you how to thread a domestic machine. I'm sure there is a video for every domestic machine that exists, because the internet is just a sea of information. I have 2 videos on my channel, one for the Brother LS14 and one for the Singer heavy duty machine that I have at the moment. So I'm going to link those on the screen and down below. So if you're someone who has a similar model, you can just follow that video and learn how to thread your machine, understanding where to put the bobbin, where the thread goes into the needle, all those things are, to me, that is like second nature at this point, because I've been doing this for a couple of years. But for someone starting out, not knowing how to do that might be something that would just discourage them from actually like committing to a project. So practice how to thread your machine, and once you've threaded the machine, get a scrap piece of fabric and just stitch a couple of straight lines. This is going to help you get comfortable with understanding how much pressure you need to press the pedal if it's like an electric machine. It's like driving. You need to understand how much pressure you need to apply on your foot to make the machine run. If it's a machine that runs really quickly, okay, you just press it a little bit. If it's one that runs really slow, you can press all the way. But if you don't actually practice that with your machine before starting a sewing project, you go into that sewing project being almost afraid of your machine. And this is something that I'm kind of speaking about from experience. So practice, and get comfortable and familiar with your machine and your tools. I can think of a million projects that I've given up on because of the fact that I chose a fabric that was really tricky to use. So imagine someone that is a beginner. If the fabric is scary or too slippery or has too many things going on in terms of stones and embroidery, it can make the project even more tasking. So if you're starting out, opt for fabrics that are easy to use, like cottons. Cotton is a go-to favorite of mine, and I'm not talking about fine thin cottons. Opt for medium weight cuttings, so it has a little bit of body, so as you're moving it around your machine, it doesn't slip and slide the way you don't want it to be. I've created a graphic based on, you know, different fabrics for different levels for different garments, and I think I posted this on my Instagram and you guys actually really liked it, so I'm going to put it up on the screen here. So please take a screenshot of this, or you can head over to my Instagram and save that graphic. So if you're going fabric shopping and you're a beginner or someone who is fairly new to, you know, different fabric types, that could be something that could guide you. Google is your friend, ChatGPT is your friend. Go on there and just, you know, ask, what are some beginner friendly fabrics that I can use for this project that I want to make, whether it's a shirt, a skirt, and choose those fabrics. When you get comfortable using simple fabric, then you can now decide, okay, I want a fabric that's a little bit more challenging. You can now decide to work with velvet or with crepe satin or with silk. I would definitely say get comfortable using the beginner ones first, and then slowly try out fabrics that are a little bit more challenging, or fabrics that, you know, would not be as straightforward to use, but you're willing to actually, you know, go there, try it out. And once you try those fabrics, that's kind of how you get more experience when it comes to sewing and creating garments. The more different type of fabrics you use, the more variety of garments you make, the more experience you naturally become. Now, I would highly recommend you start with simple projects that have relatively straightforward construction. So projects that is more or less straight lines, maybe one or two pivots here and there, because those projects are a lot more beginner friendly. So a simple tote bag, a pillowcase, like a pencil case as well, you know, things that are like rectangular or square, before you graduate to projects that, you know, have really curved edges, projects that require you to ease things together, like, you know, sleeves or waistbands, or like the crotch of a pair of pants. I would say start straight-ish with like simple projects before you now say, okay, let me try on something that has, you know, just a little bit of complexity in there. It's from you trying projects that are just a little bit outside of your, would I say, comfort zone. That is where you tap into information that is new to you, where you pick up new techniques, new skills, understand, oh, this is how you ease two curved edges together, and this is how it works. Expect to make mistakes. I find it so funny when people do something for the first time and they expect to get it perfect the first time. Yes, you might be lucky and that might happen to you every now and again, but if you are doing a type of garment for the first time, expect that it will not come out perfect, and that is okay. Like, making mistakes is a sign that you are trying something you've never tried before, which is kudos to you, and you should give yourself a pat on the back, because you could choose to be intimidated by the fact that, oh, this is new, I've never done it before, but you actually took up the task and said, you know what, I will try it. And if you try it and it doesn't come out perfect, or you make a couple of mistakes, or the seam is not, you know, really aligned in the way you want it to be, that's okay. Maybe the second, the third, the fourth, or the fifth time you try it, you naturally get better, you get more comfortable, you learn from the mistakes that you also made as well. So the next time you try it, you know, okay, this is where I went wrong, and this is how I'm going to correct that mistake. So mistakes are normal. Make them with joy. Don't let them discourage you. Learn from them and use that information the next time that you actually make a project for yourself. The final tip I definitely want to share is, when you're not ready to get into making, you know, proper garments like a shirt dress or a pair of pants, you know, things that are slightly bit more complicated, I would highly recommend working with sewing patterns. And this is something I learned very early on. The very first fashion school I went to, the lady introduced me to sewing patterns, and this is something that growing up, the tailors who would make our dresses would just cut straight onto fabric, which is a technique that I think you have to be very, like, you have to be so clever to cut. I did not seam allowance to know how to bend the lines, and everything comes out well once you've sewn it. I take my hats off to tailors and seamstresses and designers who are able to work like that. However, I love to work with sewing patterns because it allows me to create like a template of the design on paper. I can check all of the measurements, I can make any tweaks, any adjustments, cut out that template or that pattern, and then use that to cut my fabric. You can buy already made sewing patterns, the ones that have, you know, multiple sizes in different designs, and you choose your size, you cut that onto your fabric, and a lot of these patterns come with like instructions on how to cut them, how to use them. There are also some independent like pattern designers who would actually make like video tutorials. I know Tammy Handmade, I know Kiana Buelo and Tammy Silva. Myself, I also have like PDF sewing patterns on my shop. and most times I do like video tutorials to go with those patterns. So if you don't even know how to make it, buy the pattern, download it, print and assemble it at home if it's a PDF version, or buy from the shops. There are a lot of like beautiful designs in the shops. Buy that, cut out your size, cut your fabric, and you have your garment, you know, made that way. So you don't have to think about, oh, have I added enough seam allowance there or here? The pattern already usually has that incorporated in there. So I highly recommend sewing patterns. Start off with simple projects, even if you're using sewing patterns, simple projects as well, before you then go ahead and try out things that are a little bit more intermediate, advanced, based on how you feel ready and when you're ready to tackle like different project types. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I felt like this was like, I should have made this video the first video of the year, to be completely honest with you, because it's like a great way to start the year. If you're someone who wants to get into sewing and you need the right information to help you, you know, decide what you need to buy or what projects you need to make or what fabrics to choose starting out, I hope you found this video helpful, useful. I hope it's also helped you to remove any mental barricades and blockades in your head when it comes to sewing. Creating garments is such a beautiful journey. Like, it's like you will learn new parts of yourself as you make clothing. You also learn patience. You would learn to use your imagination. Problem solving is something that you would naturally actually start learning to do as you sew and create pieces. And it's such a fulfilling like thing to, you know, think of a design in your head and actually make it and see it and then wear it. Oh my god, it's such a priceless moment. So if you're thinking about getting into sewing this year, go for it, do it. Don't feel like you have to start out with the most complex project starting out. Start easy. Start with beginner stuff and then slowly, you know, take on projects that are a bit more challenging. And I guarantee at the end of the year or this time next year, you will look back and feel so proud of yourself. You'll feel so proud of yourself for actually taking this first step in this journey of, you know, creating and sewing. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave any further questions you have down below, whether this is around, you know, getting into sewing or like particular like patterns that you want me to create, or like, you know, the more fashion businessy side of things, and we might potentially make that a video idea or make that into a video in the future. Until my next one, have a good morning, afternoon and evening wherever you are. Bye.